Well, hey, this has become homework because when I looked at the warm-ups, I saw they were not great. So, here we are. So we're going to look commonly missed problems. I wish I remembered to write down the percentage of each one of these that were, I guess, the people that got it right. But I didn't, and I'm not going to go back and do that. So, your assignment is to copy what I'm copying. Make sure you understand, because those people that want extra credit is going to have to do this on their own with the quizzes, and that's the only way that you'll get your grade up, points added, and whatever I made up after this that told you what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do, because I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. All right, what is the range of the function shown below? So the only way, well, everybody has to do this for homework regardless. So the range of the function is the y values. So you're looking at the y values. Okay. So when you look at the y values, you are being asked, what are the y values of the function? How much of the y-axis does this graph take up? And when you look, it takes up everything started from 0 and to infinity. So we'll say y is going to be, but it's negative infinity because it's going down. This is the positive part of the graph. Everything I write, you write. Everything I write. So if we were going up, this will be the positive part of the graph. This is the negative part of the graph. Okay, so that means that we're going from 0 down. So y is less than or equal to 0. That is the range. That's it. If x is the list of price, I can't read. If x is the list price in dollars for a used car, what is a reasonable domain? X is the list price for a car. It won't be all real numbers. All real numbers represents positive and negative numbers. That's out. It won't be all real numbers. All real numbers are greater than 0. Okay, so 0.01 is greater than 0. Will a used car have a domain? Will you pay 1 cent for a used car? No. Doesn't make sense. It's not reasonable. Reasonable. You see me underlining that? That's what you should do. It's not reasonable. All real numbers are greater than 1,000. Well, 1,500,000 is greater than 1,000. Is that a reasonable domain for a used car? I don't know. A used car, I don't know. Maybe if you want to, I don't know what car costs. Ferrari, Maserati, Bugatti. You know, maybe somebody used it for a second. No. So all real numbers between 1,000 and 40,000 for a used car, that's a reasonable domain. Okay. Devon drops a ball, or Devin. It's probably Devin. That's me being black, y'all. I'm sorry. You see a name like that and you say Devon. Devin drops a ball out of I can't read that, out of window. It's supposed to be out of a window that is 100 feet above the ground. The equation describes its height is h of t is negative 4.9 t squared plus 100, where t is the time in seconds and h is the height above the ground in meters. Based on the equation above, which of the following is a dependent variable? Oh, well, dependent represents your y, or your output. Your output is always stationed to be what everything is equal to, because it's what you know after you put your input in. So t is the input. Therefore, h of t, what does the h stand for? The height is the output. So the only thing that deals with the height is that output. Only thing that deals with the height. The only thing. Now, I remember talking to Muhammad. Shout out to you that's watching this video. Muhammad's like, well, I missed this one, Mr. O'Neal. Y'all know how Muhammad talks. Okay, if f of x equals 2x minus 5 and g of x equals 3x squared, what is f of 2 minus g of negative 3? Well, let's find f of 2. F of 2 equals 2 times 2 minus 5. F of 2 is equal to, I'm writing fast. Well, y'all can follow along. 4 minus 5. Therefore, f of 2 is equal to negative 1. G of x, so g of negative 3 is equal to 3 times negative 3 squared. Order operation says square the negative 3 first. So we get 3, negative 3 squared is 9. 3 times 9, so therefore g of negative 3 is equal to 27. And so it says f of 2, which is negative 1, minus f of negative 3, which is negative 27, is negative 28. That is the answer. And that's the reason why y'all missed that one. Don't do it again. Missing stuff like that. Which graph represents a function? Oh, what do we use for this? The vertical line test. Watch this. Let me put my little cheating tool if I got it. Y'all know this is the free version of this stuff, and they tease you with stuff. I only have the vertical line that I make in class. Oh my gosh, I ain't nobody paying for this stuff. All right, school's supposed to give it to me for the free, y'all. Okay, vertical. You see that? You see this right here? I made that. You see all of that in our circle? That's what I expect to see in your notes. Sitting around here missing easy stuff. Vertical line. Do you see this open dot? That means it crosses one time. Pick a different color for my people. One time. Yes, you are a function. Which graph represents? Oh, I already found the answer so far. Okay, well, let's see why not. No. You're not a function. No, you cross there. See them closed dots? No, you're not a function. Ooh, you cross there and there. No, you're not a function. Vertical line test. Well, you can't be a vertical line, y'all, and pass the vertical line test. All right, because if you draw a vertical line, you see all that right there? All that right there? Y'all see all of that? No. Can't be a vertical line and pass the vertical line test. For this, you can't be a vertical line and pass the vertical line test. Well, will you look at here? Y'all see my little famous movement? Well, symbol. Y'all see that? Can't be. All right, let's move it on to the next one. All right, come on, cheap software. There you go. It says hold up, doing too much. Got mad at me. It's like, I'm going to show you. The given graph is represented by which equation? Y'all know it's late. I'm reading like I'm a slow man, but whatever. So I tell y'all when you have a graph to find a point on the line and try not to use zeros, because many times when you plug in zeros, they will work. But the problem is that both of these points have a zero in them. So the good thing about it is that we can put them into both equations and see will they work. This order pair is 0, 2. This order pair is 1, 0. So we're going to substitute them into the equations and see which one works. So we can do a little bit of mental math. I'm going to be nice for you all on this one. So if I put in 0 for my x and 2 for my y, which equations work? All right. So 2, when I put in 0 here, I get, negative 2 times 0 is, I'm not even going to be nice to y'all. Y'all don't make me mad. So that equals 2. So 2 is equal to 2. Yeah, you work. If I put in here, if I put 2 for my y, because that's my y, for all the people that's confused, y'all see what I did there? I put my x and y. You see what you're going to do there? Put your x and your y. If I do 1/2 of 0 plus 2, I get 2 is equal to 2, because half of 0 is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. Yeah, you work here. If I put in 0, 2 here, I put 2 is equal to negative 1/2 of 0 plus 1. Well, that gives me 2 is equal to 1. That doesn't work. You don't work. You're not a part of my answer. And then you work. 2 is equal to 2 times 0 plus 2. So I get 2 is equal to 2. So the issue is that works for all of these three. That's why we pick another point and we try them now. So when I put in 1 and 0, well, I'm pretty sure y'all can see this is x and this is y. So when I put in 1 for here, I get 0, which is my y, is equal to negative 2 times 1 plus 2. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So I get 0 is equal to 0. It works here. Put a double check there. Let's see if it works here. When I put in 0 is equal to 1/2 of 1 plus 2. Half of 1 is 1/2. So I get, let me put it like this, like I've been doing. 0 is equal to 2.5. Nope, that's a lie. You don't work. We know you don't work. And so let's put in 0 is equal to 2 times 1 plus 2. 2 times 2. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4. So 0 equal to 4. That's not true. It's not equal to that. You don't work either. Goodbye. Our answer has to be negative 2x plus 2 will be the equation of the line here. All right. In that same vein, we're not going to use 0, 2 for the next one. We're going to actually pick another point. Let's pick 2, negative 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, negative 4. This point is 2, negative 4. So on all of these, we're going to say when I plug in 2 for my x, I should get negative 4 for my y. Plug in 2 for my x. 3 times 2 plus 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. That is not negative 4. You don't work. Okay, negative 3 times 2 plus 2. I'm looking for a negative 4. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Hey, you do work. You do work. Let's see if you work. I put in 2, 1/3. We take a third of 2. You get 2/3 plus 2. So this gives you 2 2/3. You don't work. And if I put in a negative 2, okay, so there's only one answer. All right, so the answer has to be negative 3x plus 2. Input and output. I'll be glad when y'all stop missing these problems. I'll be so glad. So glad when y'all stop missing these problems. In order to be the equation, you have to be on the line. All right. Let's move on to the next ones. Come on, software. You can do it. I believe in you. I turned the next page. All right, there you go. Simone shot free throws at the after-school program. She kept track of her progress and saw that once she had achieved some success, she stayed at the same. What did she do? She stayed at the same level before there was more improvement. Over time, she improved to the point that her failure-success ratio continued to improve. All right, so this is a straight line, which means that she didn't stay at the same level. In order to stay at the same level, this says, hey, my failures are constantly decreasing and my successes are constantly increasing. There is no way for you to stay at the same level. Let's hear. Oh, I stayed at the same level, and then my failures went down, my successes grew. Stayed level, failures went down, success grew. Same level for a long time. All right, this seems to work. This says that I was failing, stayed at the same failure level while my success increased, and then my failures went up along with my successes. I don't know how that happens. Yeah, it's not going to happen. This one says, hey, I started from the bottom and now I'm here, but I started here and then, yeah, my failures and my success grew together and then I leveled off and failed at the same way. Yeah, and then stayed at the same failure level, but my successes grew them, and then my failures and my success, y'all, don't make sense. This is the only thing that makes sense. The world. All right, in a particular triangle, the second side measured 8 more than 3 times the first side, x, and the third side measures 5 less than the second side. And in terms of x, what is the perimeter? So we have a triangle here. Triangle. Yes, you need to draw a triangle. It says in a particular triangle, the second side measures 8 more than 3 times the first, x. So the first side has to be x, and the second times is 8 more than 3 times the first. The third side measures 5 less than the second side. So 5 less than this. If I say 5 less than you, so I will take 5 away from you. Don't write this. Well, you can come down here and do this. 3x plus 8. 5 less than the second minus 5 will give you 3x plus 3. What is the perimeter? Well, we add up all our x's. Let's see, 3x, that's 6x plus x, that's 7x, 8 and 3 gives us 11. Call them wonderful colors just for you. 180 is the product of a number and another number that is 5 times the original number. Which of the following could be the original number? All right, 180 is means equal the product of a number that we don't know. Let that number be x. Many times it's n for number, and another number 5 times the original number times 5x. Now we went over this when we said x times x. It does not give us, and I'm writing the way y'all love writing equations. I don't know why, but when you do that, you get x times x gives you 5x squared. And now you need to solve this. If you divide both by 5, I'm gonna write it the way I like to see it. X squared is equal to 5 goes into 18 3 times. That's 15. Subtract that from 18, be 30. And then 5 goes into 36 times. X squared equals 36. And now we take the square root. X is equal to 6. Which of the following could be the original number? So x is 6. Therefore, the other number is 5 times 6, which gives you 30. Now, you know, this problem is a little harder, so I can expect y'all. That's why I gave you some, you know, I express that I curved this. So, you know, just for future references. Shout out to all the people that got that one right. For the arithmetic sequence 35, 32, 29. I don't know why y'all missed this one. I went back and I was like, was it a typo? I don't understand. Like, I really don't. So the common difference, we are subtracting 3 each time. And then our first term, a sub 1 is 35. So the nth term is just our first term plus n minus 1 times negative 3. And then we end up distributing, we get 35 minus 3n plus 3. Combine like terms, negative 3n plus 38. Or 38 minus 3n. Come on, y'all. The equation is right there. What are we doing? Which of the following graphs is a function? Well, you got to pass a vertical line test. And hey, buddy, if I draw a vertical line, you clearly don't pass there. And there, you're wrong. No, for you. If I draw a vertical line, hey, buddy, you're like right up in there. That's no for you. Well, would you look at here? The vertical line is the y-axis. Do you even touch the y? Nope, y'all don't even touch the y-axis. So yes for you. You're a liar. Clearly, that's a yes. Which of the following is always true for all functions? For every x, there is only one y. For every x, there is only one y. Yeah, y'all. That clearly means the x's don't repeat. Every x has one y. If my x was 2, then it has a 1y of 4. 2 cannot have another y of 5. Not a function. I think this is the last page. Yes. So, moral of the story is, y'all need to do more studying. Because the stuff that y'all missed, there was one question that I said should have been missed. One question. And the rest of the stuff shouldn't be missed. Do y'all know what November 10th is? November 10th is a very special day. I expect presents. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great night. Goodbye.